This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel this fine Saturday. Oh yeah, we're still doing that around here. Oh my goodness. Let me check. Teacup's empty. Got the facial hair looking on point. And it's Saturday. Yeah, we're still doing this. Definitely. Good time to discuss some Edmonton Oilers stuff. So I'm going to flash you some stats right here. You just take in 2 seconds. Whose stats are those? I'm going to let you sit here. You already know because it's in the title of the video. That said, I'm going to discuss today why Tyler Ennis is a buyer beware, Oilers beware when coming to sign a contract extension. So let's get back to those stats real quick here. 70 games played so far this year, 16 goals, 21 assists, 37 points, a -6 on the season. Of course, he's playing on Ottawa, so means nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Means nothing. 20 penalty minutes, and then you kind of look here. Don't worry about those middle stats. 10.1 shooting percentage so far this year. That's been pretty solid. Legitimately, this guy has 16 goals on a 10.1 shooting percentage. Let's go. We'll take it. We'll take it. And then, of course, he's been averaging about 14 minutes and 43 seconds time on ice all season. Real. Literally. Same situation. Same ice time play as he was in Ottawa, as in Edmonton through 9 games. The only other side, though, is you look at this, you look at the giveaway takeaways category. There's nothing really fancy on this side of the screen when it comes to Tyler Ennis. What we're focused on is right here, the first 4 columns. Games played, goals, assists, points. And this is why I'm going to the buyer beware situation, right? Tyler Ennis, I'll clip you his entire career stats and we'll kind of get understanding where he's going now. Obviously, maybe Tyler Ennis, one thing that I'm going to kind of caveat here is just simply put, he was looking for a team to give him a chance. And the Ottawa Senators gave him that ice time he needed at 30 years old to put up the season he's capable of. That is fully fine. That is fully, I will totally allow you to go that path with the argument. No doubt about it. You know what? Honestly. But the situation is, this is, for Tyler Ennis, kind of an anomaly year, statistically speaking. I'll keep that one and we'll go break down this stat line here because you'll look at it this way and you'll kind of, maybe, maybe not, maybe so, right? So let's go break this one right here and let me get the full stats. Block that, block that. Let's enlarge that a little bit more so as we can fully read it here, and I'll cover myself up and you can have yourselves a go just looking at my old eyes right there. Alright, that's some video editing specialty for you. So, simply put, with Tyler Ennis, he had a great year so far, right? 33 points with Ottawa, then another 4 points with the Edmonton Oilers. And I'm just being ridiculous, having a little bit of fun, keeping it light today. 37 points so far through 70 games. Problem is, he has not averaged 30 points or more since the 2014-2016 season. Now, you look at the ice time, right, is kind of in that influx. He's not had that ice time since that season of 1907. The next year he played 1804, but he was obviously injured. 23 games played, didn't really do much, and well, there you go, right? Obviously not going to be able to capable of producing results. That said, he still was on pace for about 40 points that season, so don't just brush that off like no tomorrow. And then you look at it the other way, right? He goes to Minnesota, and the ice time tanks down to 1250. He goes to Toronto, the ice time's even worse. And then, well, it just gets uglier from there, right? So, Tyler Ennis, then, able to come back, get some full ice time. 30 years old, knows how to handle himself, gets a chance to be in a starring role in a team that needs somebody to score points. And there we go, he does for the Ottawa Senators, scoring again. Back to that kind of career average stuff from way earlier in his career, with that he equated out about half a point, 65 points or 0.65 out of 1. Yeah, right. You're kind of getting into that range. Not a point per game player, but a guy that produces results, right? That guy that's on the second line, ideally producing 40 plus points a season. Yeah, that's Tyler Ennis. We're good there. And then all of a sudden he has this goal scoring season, and that's kind of the weird part, right? Is this goal scoring season too? This is where it gets to buyer beware. Yes, in Toronto he had 12 goals and 18 points. So an anomaly season backwards around throughout the rest of his career where he's never had more goals in a season than assists. Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. You know what? Everyone's due for one of those, right? And in Toronto, that was a weird situation. Tyler Ennis had a weird go on that roster. I think he was getting paid $700K. Goes to Ottawa and gets the exact same thing going, except for then all of a sudden the production returns because somebody needed a hero, right? That's what we're talking about. And puts up this lightning season, gets traded for rather cheap for 33 points to the Edmonton Oilers, and then all of a sudden you've got yourselves a guy that's produced 4 points in 9 games with the Oilers, playing with Connor McDavid, playing here, playing there, and getting the job done. All right. So the case seems strong, right? The case seems strong that Tyler Ennis, back-to-back years, has kind of put it back together, gotten back in the goal-scoring department, and that is really good news for the Edmonton Oilers if they can sign him for the right deal. Well, that is the thing, right? It's just the guy gets a year older going into next season, depending on when next season even begins. So you look at it that way, right? Okay, all right. That's one tick against him. You look at those kind of middle years there. That's another tick against him. But you look at it this way, right? Is it a true buyer beware, or is it just, you know what, the stats might not live up to how great they are this season, but they're still very close next year? That's the end of the argument, right? With Tyler Ennis, when you look at these stats, 37 points in 70 games played. All right, here's the thing. Are you looking at Tyler Ennis being your top line winger with Connor McDavid next season? If you are, then you go to sign him, and you can probably expect the exact same production. That's fine. I have no problem with that. If you're expecting the same situation for Tyler Ennis entering next year, 100%. Problem is, let's flip back to the full graphic a quick second. If you're planning on lowering his ice time below 13 minutes a game, don't expect results. And I mean, that's true of anybody in the NHL, but right there, if you're looking at kind of putting him in a depth scoring role, yeah, he'll chip in points. But the problem is, if you pay for a great year and then you put him in a depth scoring role, you're not going to get what you're paying for, right? So that's kind of, to go with another way with it, it's the same old argument we had with Alex Chiasson after last year, right? Alex Chiasson puts up a great year. My goodness, came in on a PTO, scored a bunch of goals. Where would have we been in 18-19 without Alex Chiasson scoring those goals? Probably a lot more losses, right? Well, that's the thing, right? It's a similar situation. He gets paid his 2.2 after the end of the year, and guys are, you know what, good deal if we get it again. We didn't get it again early in the season. All of a sudden, yes, the last 20 games or so, Chiasson suddenly just started figuring out how to shoot the puck, score the puck, and make plays, and suddenly we're scoring goals again with Alex Chiasson. Good goal. But the problem is, for the majority of the year, we were asking why or how are we going to get our contract value out of Alex Chiasson? We weren't getting it whatsoever. And well, that's the exact same situation, because Alex Chiasson was reduced down to a top line power play role and a bottom six role. Now you look at Tyler Ennis, who for the most part has been in a starring role either in Ottawa or on the top line with the Oilers so far this year. You scale him back after signing him to a good contract, and suddenly, bang, it doesn't work. But here's the other side to all this, and this is why buyer beware comes in just as handy. If the cap doesn't go up, I don't think the Oilers can sign Tyler Ennis. That's the end of the day, right? Is whether he demand $1.5 million, $2 million, whatever the demand may be, or settle for 1.25, whatever you get Tyler Ennis for. Simply put, if the cap does not go up and they don't make some weird, crazy rules to allow some cap manipulation from the big clubs, so as they can get out from underneath some bad contracts. As you've heard from the Edmonton Journal, they're talking compliance buyouts, somebody like James Neal or something. Okay, all of a sudden in that situation, yes. But as the current rules stand, as everything stands, if the cap doesn't go up next season, you're much better suited to give that role to a prospect than give away an extra 500, 600, 700, 800K in salary on top of 800,000 that Tyler Ennis is already making, and then hope that you put him in a bottom six role and get the same results. Now, if you want to go keep him with Connor McDavid and give him 1.6, we're probably talking the bargain contract of the year. All right, that's the crazy part, but which way is it going to break? That is the hard part to know as Edmonton Oilers fans. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over here. I've argued enough with you today. I've brightened up. This is probably my most lively video I've had since the NHL went on pause season. He's Mr. Orange. He's cute. That's the reason you should subscribe to Dolynny TV, because if you want to see the cutest cats in the world coming onto my bed during a live stream when hockey returns, you want to be subscribed to Dolynny TV to get those notifications when that stream goes live. So guys, I'm going to head on over here. You guys have yourselves a great Saturday. I'll probably upload 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more videos. I got to make up for lost time here after taking 5 days off. I will catch you in the next one.